I am so excited about this. This weekend, 400 women from all over Delmarva plan to attend the first annual Faith-Filled Women's Conference. Faith-Filled Women is a nonprofit interdenominational organization committed to helping Christian women live their life with faith and purpose.
And two of the guest speakers for the conference tomorrow are here to talk with us this afternoon about their contribution. Kathy Cairo is one of the syndicated hosts with the radio show The Sitting Room, and Curtis Rowan. Forgot your name for just a second, Curtis. And you're the co-host. So tell us just a little bit about The Sitting Room.
Well, The Sitting Room is a radio show that has been in my head. You know how when you have a great idea, it kind of sits in your head for, well, for some people months. For me, it was decades.
Oh my goodness.
took a while. Hopefully worth the wait. But yeah, I've had an idea for a show, and because I used to be in radio and television, and then I took a detour into real estate, and I noticed whenever I showed homes, there was a room called The Sitting Room, and if you asked the homeowner what that room was for, they would say, oh, that's, first of all, it's always perfect with, you never sit in it because it's perfect, but they would say, well, it's for quiet conversation or meeting with friends. And so I thought, well, that's what I call my radio show, The Sitting Room, because we want it to be a place for conversation, not always quiet, and we try to remain friends at times. But yeah, so, and then Kurt's a good friend of mine, and we rarely agree, which makes for good radio.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
You get that?
And Lisa, I'm always right.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
I get
Did you
that.
see both of us start nodding at the same time? Did you see that?
Yeah. No, Curtis, you actually started your career as studying to be a minister, but then kind of took a different path, and now you have gotten back into the ministry in some sort.
I did. I started out as a young man. I loved God, and I wanted to do something with that. And the obvious choice was to be a minister, as much as I knew. I got there and shortly realized that the jagged edges of my personality did not fit that mold. I'd quickly tear the cloth. So I got out. You know, I love God and just don't care for all of his children. You know how it is with other people's kids.
Okay.
So how did you two get together for The Sitting Room?
We actually met when we were in high school.
Really?
Yes, yeah. We met in high school, and we were both involved in this coffee house ministry. And then we parted ways, and life happened. And lo and behold, I got it in my head through well, depending on how you look at it, the blessing or the curse of Facebook, start finding all these friends from this coffee house ministry. So I organized a reunion, which he now counts that anniversary as the death of his real life. But the day I discovered he drank beer. And so we got back together at this reunion, and as we talked, in all seriousness, as we talked, we realized that though our lives had parted, we had one thing in common, and that is we both made lots of mistakes in our life, and we both felt like we screwed up, but we both really, really found the grace of God in the midst of it. And so we started talking and decided that we wanted a radio show. I call it Christian radio for the rest of us because it's a radio show built on the belief that we're just people who make lots of mistakes, not perfect. Our lives take different trajectories. But while the church at times we may feel rejected, God never does. Mm-hmm. And Kurt agreed, right?
I did, and my role was I basically collected enough personal details about Kathy's life to extort my way into the show.
What a combination, what a recipe.
He's not kidding. All those mistakes, he heard about them, and he says, okay, give me that seat next to you, and I'll never say a word. It's in the vault.
All right, well, the Faith-Filled Women Conference is tomorrow, and tickets are no longer available, but there's a youth event sponsored by Faith-Filled Women. It's tonight from 7 to 10 at Community Christian Church. Admission is free. Jennifer and Anthony Beckham. Jennifer will be at the conference tomorrow, but she is right here. She's going to be telling her powerful story tonight about how she fulfilled her dream to become a Disney princess, but that dream came with a price. Her ministry focuses on learning how to get over your self issues and into a life free from shame, regret, anger, and insecurity. And thank you so much for joining us today. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And if you would like to learn more about Faith-Filled Women or the Sitting Room radio show, you'll find it on our website, delmarvalife.com. Click on the show tab. Well, up next on Delmarva Life, it's just a girl and her guitar, but she's already making a name for herself. Local singer and songwriter Sarah Bernstein joins us next. Take us to the break, Sarah.
It's so routine that I don't even care. And from your car you scream, I'm gone for good. But not once have you ever made it out of the neighborhood.